What's up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well this morning, this night, this evening, depending on where you're at. It's a bunch of technical difficulties this morning, but I'll get after it a little bit today. See what we have going on this Monday morning. Mondays are a little slow, till everybody starts to wake up and the market starts to kick in a little bit. But Mondays are Mondays, and we'll review Mondays like we review any other day. So kick back, grab a cup of coffee, get yourself ready for the day, and we'll review some pre-markets and then some news and go through this thing, see how our Monday is going to kick off. Doesn't look too bad. In the stock market is green. The Nasdaq's green. Looks like the S&P 500 is green, and the Dow is green this morning. So pre-markets don't look too bad. Right here it says stock funds nudge a little higher with the start of the week. Interesting in this article here, kind of sets us up for the week. We have consumer price index, which is inflation, coming out on Tuesday, which is a big day for the stock market, because that's going to let us know if we're making any progress on the inflation, or if we're doing good, if we're doing bad, if what's working is working, or if it's not. So that comes out on Tuesday. You have the Fed meeting, 2-day meeting for the Feds on Tuesday and Wednesday, with the expectation of the rate hike coming out on Wednesday. So that's a big one too. We're gonna see if we get that 50 basis points that we're all kind of expecting, or if it's a little bit higher. So we're gonna see what the rate increase is on Wednesday. But big one on Tuesday, you got the consumer price index coming out, which will let us know how we're doing on the inflation. So that's the first one to keep your eye on. And the second one to keep your eye on is on Wednesday, which is the actual rate increase. Everybody's expecting 50 basis points. We'll see where that goes. Tuesday's consumer price index going to play a big role, a big piece on what happens on Wednesday. So it all kind of ties together, and we'll see what happens. It's hard to predict these things. It's hard to go into a market and with absolute certainty, but it does look like a 50 basis point rate hike is already priced into the market. In my opinion, that's what we've been seeing over the last week or so, is that being priced into the market. CNBC did put out an article too about Crypto.com CEO. He has a history of red flags. I read through this article. I didn't see a lot in here that really concerned me too much. How I took this article was, a younger guy being an entrepreneur, starting businesses. Not all of them work out. We all know that. From a business perspective, sometimes you get into business ventures and they just don't work out. He has a bankruptcy or two on his record, which isn't uncommon for a young entrepreneur. What was a little concerning, though, is he did leave his last company abruptly, but you never know why. And it is what it is. I don't see any red flags in here, really, too many, that would say that to me that he's a bad businessman, or he doesn't know what he's doing, I guess. This just seemed to me to be an article about a young CEO that's just trying to make himself successful. I think that this was more of a FUD type of article. I don't even like to use the word FUD, but an article about, trying to shed a negative light on somebody. Um, and obviously anybody who knows business and how business works, and the struggles of young entrepreneurs, would read this and say, yeah, um, something to keep an eye on, but there's really not a lot here. So I don't know. You can go and read it how you want to and glean out of it what you want, but I'm not too concerned with crypto.com CEO from this article. It doesn't really do a lot to me for me. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole article to you. You can read it yourself, but there's not really a lot of red flags going on in that article. What's up, legal? What's up, legal? Finally caught me. You been to bed yet, legal? You're up early out there, brother. It's early for you. Um, but yeah, pre-markets look good. They look to be in the green. But again, keep your eye on Tuesday. The consumer price index comes out. That's going to let us know where inflation is. And keep your eye on Wednesday. That's the rate increase. Expecting that 50 basis points, and we'll see. Let's hope it's 50. That'll set us up good for the market. Morning, brother. I got up like 3 a.m. Man, I get up early too, legal. I get up real early, so um, might sleep a little bit, might sleep a little bit more. Yeah, I get up early, get on my grind, for work. Come on here a little bit, and then just start grinding it out, man. That's usually my morning routine. I figured this is the shit that I do every morning, so I might as well just bring it to the people. Um, just finished making a thumbnail. I love your thumbnails, man. My thumbnail game is weak. Fear and greed index. We're sitting at 27 this morning. Up a point from yesterday. We're still sitting in fear. We would expect the crypto market to be in fear. Um, we would just kind of expect that for where we're at right now. Facts, might as well. Yeah, might as well. Why not? Why not go through the live what I go through in the morning anyways, right? Like this is my morning routine anyways, right? So which program do you use? Which program do you use to make my thumbnails? I just use Canva. I just use Canva. Seems to be the easiest for me, but I'm not a whole thumbnail savvy, so there probably is a better program out there to use. I just don't know about it. But yeah, the fear and greed index sitting here 27. We're still in fear, guys. We're gonna be in fear for a little while. It's gonna happen. We're gonna sit here for a little while and until this market shakes itself out. So there's nothing surprising there. We hover between fear and extreme fear. Look at these crypto bubbles, man. Look, kind of looks like a bloodbath over the day. Looks like the overseas markets didn't like crypto last night for some reason. Um, they were the ones that were usually holding us strong for a little while, and they seemed to take a big dip last night. Photo room. I'm gonna check that photo room out. Legal, is that an app? Is that an app you just download? I've been using Canva again. It's 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 actually pretty You went back to Canva a little bit? Yeah, it's hard for me to use my phone to make thumbnails, but I do sometimes, depending on if I'm in the run, if I'm on a run or not. Um, but yeah, it's just tough for me to use it sometimes, but I do. But look at this bloodbath, legal. Over the day, this thing is completely red. It's not looking good. Um, Bitcoin, it came up above 17,000. When I woke up this morning, it was 16.8. So, came up above 17. Um, but Ethereum sitting at 1,255 right now. You know, Bitcoin trying to come up a little bit. Ethereum's trying to come up, trying to make a comeback this morning from when I got up. BNB continues to slide back a little bit. Every day, this one's sliding back a little bit more and more. Um, yeah, there's some ugly bubbles, man. You look at these things, man. They don't look that great over the 24 hour. Last night, crypto took a hit, but yeah, BNB continues to slide back a little bit. It performs. It's weird because it was performing a little bit better than Bitcoin and Ethereum for a long time, but the last 5 or 6 days, it's actually underperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's a little it's a little rough for BNB, but it's one that I just continually accumulate. XRP is in at 37 cents. It continues to slide back as well. Don't If this market continues to go down, XRP could slide back to that 35-cent range pretty easily. Um, Solana, man, it came out of that 1350. It was trading at that 1350 to 1380 cent level for weeks, and it has dipped down under that 1350 $13.50 level. Thing with Solana, guys, is you don't know where the bottom is. They're so caught up with that in that FTX fiasco that that we don't know where the bottom of Solana is. Um, it's We will wait for Solana to shake itself out. Litecoin is performing. Is performing really well. It is Litecoin. Litecoin's it went on a big huge run couple weeks ago, and then it looks like it's getting ready to run again. There and It's sitting at 74.83. Yeah, 83 right now. Litecoin's performing pretty well over the actual week, I would say, especially over the 24 hour though. Um, Litecoin's got something going on. I'm not a big Litecoin follower, but definitely has something going on right now. Um, in the way that they're performing over the last, I would say, couple months. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on a nice big run and hit $100. Um, Wait and see for Solana. Yeah, that's what I keep telling everybody. You gotta wait and see. Like you got Solana is one of these things where we don't really know the total exposure. We know that FTX and Alameda own 13% of the Solana supply, but how that shakes out, not it's still up in the air. Look at a 90-day. Look at a 90-day slash year chart. Yeah, I'll bring up the charts in a minute, legal, but yeah, Litecoin's performed really well if that's the one you're talking about, because it went on a huge run not too long ago. It's only down 50%. Yeah. didn't Litecoin have like a halving not too long ago? Um, Me neither. I just noticed. I just noticed it yesterday. Yeah, I just Litecoin for some reason just continues to pump. But I thought that they had a halving not too long ago, which really pumped some of the prices up. Big Watts, what's going on, yo yo? Uh, Saying what's up to Legal, dap each other up. Legal's, you know, it's how we do it around here, dab each other up. But yeah, Solana's one of these ones, man, where I, you may end up being able to pick up and swing trade some Solana at single digits. I'm assuming by the time it's all said and done. I don't think it's going to hold this $13 mark. I don't see it. I don't see it coming. Um, there was a Chronos. They came out. We looked at this a little earlier. CNBC put an article out about it, the CEO and some of his failed business ventures and some bankruptcies. Didn't really raise any red flags to me. I just looked at it as a young CEO. Had some businesses just trying to make it. I didn't see anything too concerning in there. But obviously that price movement pushed back, and I've said it a couple times here. I think Chronos going to dip down into that 5 cent level. And at that 5 cent level, I may just buy some and just stack it away in a wallet somewhere. I think it'll outperform that 5 cent level in the long run. But if it gets down there, I may just buy some and just throw it away, throw it in a wallet for the bull run and just not look back until the bull run happens. But I definitely can see this going down into that 5 cent level. They got a lot of shit going on around this crypto.com. So I think that they'll survive it all. I think they're big enough and their brand's big enough to survive it all. But I think that they have a little bit more backwards movement to go before they start to come back up. But yeah, I definitely didn't. I didn't see anything in that article to raise my red flags. What you think about Charles said he heard the Ripple. Yeah, the Ripple case, they're talking about possibly settling that on December 15th, maybe. I think he said. I have mixed feelings about how the settlement's gonna go. I think everybody's looking for a straight out win for Ripple, and I'm looking at it a little different. I think that Ripple's gonna win on some aspects of the case. The big portions of the case, I think they're going to be declared a non-security. I think XRP will be declared a non-security. I think all that'll be fine. I think what is in question is the sale of XRP prior to the launch of XRP. I think you may see Ripple lose on that aspect and pay a fine, and that's going to be about it. But people will see that and they'll say, "Oh, Ripple lost," but it's really a win. It's really just a matter of the XRP that was sold before the launch may be in question. But I think overall they'll win, and I think as soon as they win, you'll see all these exchanges. Relist them again in the United States, and then you may see a big, huge run. Man, I'm all in. XL games. I'm gonna get some crow at 5 cents. I know you're all in on it. I think crow, like I said before, will survive this. I think they'll be fine. I think at the end of the day, they're big enough and strong enough to just kind of tread water right now until all of this shakes itself out. But I think their brand, they've done a great job in branding their exchange to the point where a lot of people that aren't like us, that are just, they don't know a lot about crypto. When they think about crypto, a lot of them think about crypto.com. And I think that that's a big deal for crypto.com and the way that they branded themselves. I do like the fact that they're working with the Canadian government and in really with the regulations out there. I think that sets them up to work well with the United States when regulation comes to centralized exchange for the United States. I think that they're big enough that they have legal teams and the infrastructure to survive that. So I don't think crypto.com is going anywhere. I think a lot of these other exchanges might not be able to operate in the United States, but I don't think crypto.com's in that category. What's going on? How are you? Pay a fine. Pay a fine and get clarity. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to pay a fine. We're going to get some clarity as to pre-sales and some things that they did wrong. As far as XRP goes, we're going to get some clarity on that. And I think I think that's the best case scenario for everybody. I think the SEC wins a little bit there, and Ripple wins big. And I think if there was ever a plea bargain to be had with XRP, I mean, with Ripple and the SEC, that would probably be the plea that would appease both sides. The problem I have with Ripple just winning the case outright, and this is the scary part for me, if Ripple just wins outright, is then you set yourself up for the SEC to appeal that decision. And if they appeal it, you're probably looking at another couple years before you actually get some clarity. So I think an outright win for Ripple. I would have liked to see the plea that I just laid out. I would have liked to see that happen, because then that takes the ability to appeal the decisions off the table. Will the SEC just back down, or will they appeal the decision? And that's going to be the next question everybody's going to have. I think when you the SEC is going to have a hard time walking away with that much egg on their face if they just straight up lose everything. That doesn't look good for the government. I don't think that they would just take that and walk away. But that's just my opinion. But I think we'll see something on the 15th that'll give us some clarity. What do you guys think will happen with XRP after all this? We were talking a little bit about it. We're kind of talking about how we thought the case would shake itself out. I think you'll see a run on XRP just because it's going to be listed on all the United States exchanges. Once this case gives clarity, you have to remember that right now XRP is not traded in the United States. Well, it shouldn't be traded in the United States. You can still buy it, but when you start thinking about I think XRP will get instantly listed back on Binance US. I think it'll get instantly listed back on Coinbase. I think it'll get instantly listed back on the top tier 1 exchanges like that. And you got to remember, there's years of pent up trading that people in the United States that people haven't had, that they're going to want to. They're all going to want to be able to trade XRP in the United States. Like, it's been years since people has actually been able to trade it in the United States that aren't as savvy as some of us that are in this every day. So I think there's going to be a lot of that going on. And I think it'll get listed really fast on all these top tiers, and I think you'll see a lot of volume, and you'll see a lot of price action off of that. You got to remember XRP's operating as if right now, as if there's no United States base, as if there's no United States customer, as if there's no United States trading volume at all. So people ask, like, what do I think will happen if XRP loses? They're already operating as if they're not in the United States. So really, the price should actually just stay the same, because they're not traded in the United States. I think you'll see a Ripple IPO come out on the stock market relatively quickly in 2023 if they just outright win, which will send Ripple and XRP straight to the moon. After settlement, I think I will I think I'll immediately hit an all-time high. Then I don't think it'll hit an all-time high immediately after settlement. I think it could get there. I think that it's going to take a little bit because it's going to take XRP in these top tier exchanges a minute to work out how they're actually going to relist it and when they're actually going to relist it. So I think it'll take a little bit, but I think after settlement, I don't think you're too far away from an all-time high. I just because of the pent-up trading that's been out there over the past couple years. So I think as soon as it's listed on them top tiers, people are going to really be trying to grab it. So I think you'll see an all-time high. I just think that it'll take a little bit. It'll take time for these exchanges to work it out. Because remember, XRP will be their biggest volume will be off of exchanges, not off of the DeFi space. What else do we have going on today, guys? Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, stablecoin USDD loses its peg. This happened last night. It was at 97 cents. Let's want to take a look and see where it is now. USDD. It's at 97.79, 97.771. This right here, guys, is why you don't mess with algorithmic stablecoins, right? Anybody who still has their money in algorithmic stablecoins didn't learn from Luna Classic. So this is gonna lose it's lost its peg. Let's look at it. This thing. So this thing's in jeopardy of losing its peg. And here we go again, right? Here we go. Here we go again. And this is why these things don't work. You think it's going to hit an all-time high as soon as it gets relisted? I think it'll probably take about a month, maybe two, and just for the exchanges to work themselves out. Yeah, I stay away from these things, big watch, because of this, right? Because they just don't work. They're a mathematical equation of moving of moving money from one token to another and to keep the peg. When you think about Terra Luna Classic, that's what happened. Um, this is dangerous business. Coinbase volume. Coinbase volume isn't nowhere near where it used to be. No, I don't. I think all the exchanges volumes are way down right now. Um, and I if you look at the volume even on Binance or even on Coinbase, even on KuCoin, some of these top tier exchanges, the volume's way down. Um, and if you look at KuCoin's wallets and what they reported out on their proof of reserves, which was accurate at the time that they reported it out, and then you go in and look at how much Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually in them wallets, it's a lot less than what they reported out, and that's just because everybody's moving their money off the exchanges. Um, so it's not to say that KuCoin did anything wrong. They reported what they had at the time that the report came out. If you got to go back and look at the original report, and then go back into the wallets and look at the difference of what's in there now compared to what they actually reported, and you'll see a big mass movement off of KuCoin. And you'll see people moving their money off the exchanges. The volume's nowhere near what it used to be, and when you look back here, um, at the actual market cap, we're sitting at what, 8,041,000,000. Yeah, 8,041,000,000. I mean, that's what did we end the bull run with? 3.5 trillion. So you're looking at a market cap, um, you know, 2 trillion down, 2 trillion plus down. So that's all that volume that's coming off of them exchanges, and DeFi. So like, there's no way in hell that your volume could be the same on a Coinbase, a Binance, KuCoin, any of them top tier exchanges, or Crypto.com, when you've lost over $2 trillion out of the market. That math just doesn't work. The math just doesn't work. Possibility they could be also. You guys think Coinbase is gonna be okay? I think Coinbase will be just fine. I think Coinbase will be just fine. I think Binance will be just fine. Um, so I think the top tier exchanges will make it through this. They're losing volume like crazy, but they'll be fine. Here in Texas, I think you guys are just having a whole conversation. I love it. I get to read through it all. It gives me a chance to drink my coffee. Use case. What do you guys think is going to be the top exchange that everybody's going to use in the future? Who do you think is going to come out on top of all these exchange wars? Who do you think is going to come out on top? I got a question for Legal, Big Watch, and XXL Games. Who's going to come out on top of these exchange wars? Big Watch says Binance. Who do you got winning, Legal? Legal doesn't think Binance until they get the United States taken care of. Big Watch thinks it's Binance. Legal's pulling for Binance. I think it's going to be Binance. I think Binance is going to get the United States approval. I think that that Binance wins the battle. I think Coinbase will be second, and I actually believe that Crypto.com will be third. I think that's the order it's going to go in. I think as far as United States exchanges, I think it'll end up being Binance, Coinbase, and Crypto.com. Legal says he likes Bybit for. You like Bybit? I don't know. I think that I just think that it's going to be Binance, then Coinbase because they're already here and established, and then Crypto.com. I think there will be a lot of other tiers that happen going down there, but okay, Coinbase pulled the power move by asking, but remember, and here's the thing that concerns me a little bit about USDT is that is Binance did this not too long ago. They asked everybody to switch over to BUSD from all the rest of their stable coins. And now Coinbase is doing the same thing. I personally think that USDT is in trouble. I think that the people who know something, like your Binances of the world and your Coinbases of the world, people who know something, I think that they see the writing on the wall that USDT is in trouble. And I firmly believe that that's going to be, and this is just my opinion, that that's going to be the next shoe to drop in the crypto industry. Is I think USDT is going to unpeg itself. There's a lot of questions being answered. Asked of USDT right now. Everybody's asking to show proof of reserves. Everybody's asking for all this stuff. And they, quite frankly, have been unable to produce any meaningful information, any meaningful backup on how they're backing this up. So I think that they definitely will be the next shoe to drop. I don't see USDT making it long term, and I think the people that see this are already in the know. And yeah, they're pulling power moves right now. Right now, you have a battle of the stable coins. For leverage, yeah, Bybit, they do some leverage trading over there. Marty, what's up? Big Watt saying what's up to Marty. The Tether CEO looks shady. You know, you got to remember too. They're not USDT is operating in the Bahamas. You know, they're operated offshore, and it's going to be a problem. And if you got to remember though, if USDT drops, the market itself, it's gonna get smoked. If USDT unpegs, you're gonna see Bitcoin just back under 17,000. But if USDT depegs, you'll see. My opinion is you'll see a sub $10,000 Bitcoin. I think the market will. I don't know how the market withstands the USDT if it becomes unpegged with everything else that's going on. The market's already getting beat up pretty bad from a lot of this other stuff that's going on with FTX, Genesis, BlockFi, all this other stuff that just keeps chipping away at the market. If USDT drops its peg, you're talking about the number three token market cap right here. If that drops and becomes unpegged or taken off the market, we're going to have a lot of problems. Gonna try and take a little nap. All right, Legal. Thanks, man. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it, brother. I'll tune into your live. But yeah, so if this happens and if Tether pulls itself back in depegs, then the market's in trouble. Let's take a look at these bubbles on an hourly. Let's see if we can't get away from some of this bloodbath here. Make it look a little bit better, maybe. And it doesn't look that much better. It doesn't look that much better. But yeah, so what's your guys' thought on this USD depeg? How if this thing really does depeg and stays depegged, how bad do you think that the market's gonna dip because of this? How much money is going to be lost, and how bad is this going to be for the market? I think it's going to be pretty. I don't think that it's going to be pretty for the market if this falls. And what do we consider a depeg? Right now, it's sitting at 97 cents. I think if it goes down to 95 cents, you're really in trouble. I'm waiting on that 10K Bitcoin. Yeah, I think if USDT goes down, you'll see 10K, maybe even below. Big watch. I don't see USDD having a big. I don't see it being as big as Luna and you. But I think any negativity in the market right now is going to pull it back a little bit. I don't see a huge pullback if USDD unpegs, but there will be some, but not huge. I don't think USDT will bring the market to its knees. If USDT Tether is unsustainable, then it's going to bring the market to its knees. Wanted to show you guys something with Volt. We love Volt. I want to show you the power of these top tier exchanges. When you come down here and you look at exchanges, Volt was just listed on Poloniex, which is like number 26, 28, somewhere in there. Biggest exchange in the world by volume. the volume that Volt is getting off of that exchange, 100,000 million, 1 point, where are we at right here, $1.8 million a day in a 24-hour volume, guys. So Volt is moving $1.8 million through this exchange, Polonex, a day, and they just got listed on Friday. So think about that massive volume that Volt is pulling through this exchange. They're pulling more volume through this exchange than they are Gate.io. So it just goes to show you the power that these exchanges have when it comes to value. There's something to be said by that. There's something to be said for that. So, let's see here. At Daniel, who do you think for your Volt content? Who do I listen to for my Volt content? For Volt, I usually listen to the people that are in it. You got Crypto Latina. You have Space Chick. You have I'm trying to think, Muso, DJ, Pablo. I listen to a lot to Pablo, but what I do big watch for my Volt content is I pay close attention to their Twitter, because everything that they do is posted on Twitter. Volt is very good about posting all new events on Twitter. And any action that they have going on Twitter. And a lot of the YouTube content creators go right to Twitter for their Volt information. So Twitter is the main spot for Volt. But Pablo's good. Crypto Latina's good. Space Chick and the girls that they have a stream with just the Volt females. They're usually pretty good about giving you good content. DJ's usually pretty good. DJ's good about keeping everybody up to date. But mainly Twitter. And if you go on Twitter, I think they're having a stream, or they had a stream yesterday with like DJ and Muso and all them guys. And they're kind of in the know of what's going on with Volt. A lot more than some of the other content creators. So, but yeah, I mean, Volt's got a little pullback today. It is pulling back a little bit today. When you look at it over the 7-day, it's coming down a little bit. Came down last night, pulling itself back up a little bit, but it came down a little bit last night. But the market came down a little bit last night too, so I would expect that. This doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Bitcoin's gonna struggle to stay above 17,000 today. It looks like that's going to be the struggle for Bitcoin today. It looks like Ethereum's struggle is going to be to stay above that $1,250 mark. So, man, the struggle is going to be real today. BNB continues to slide back, even since we've been on here. When we got on here, it was at like 280 something. It continues to slide back today. So market's not looking too great today for crypto, but looks like some great buying opportunities, guys. If you're upside down in a project and you're looking to DCA in, looks like a Looks like a good opportunity. You know, XXL Gaming. You had to stop following Pablo after months of being subbed. Why'd you quit following him? I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but um, there was a lot of stuff going on with Pablo, but um, just wondering what your experience was. He did some stuff I didn't respect, but he talks about Volt all day, because he's on on the media team. Yeah, he's on the media team. He talks about Volt all day. Like that to me is his job. Um, and but yeah, that's what I said. There's a lot of stuff going on around Pablo, so I get it. And the whole crypto.com thing kind of made me take a step back as well. But news is news, right? XL Games. Um, you know, you when you're in a project, you kind of got to go where the news is. Just kind of how I feel about it. I'm not like married to it. Like I'm not like in it forever. I don't take anybody's word as 100%. No disrespect. No disrespected me over me asking a question with 900 people in his chat. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. That's no good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry he did that. That's no good. Nobody should do that. Yeah, that's no good. XXL gaming. That's no good. Um, man. Yeah, I get it. I would have stopped following him too if that happened to me. I hope you didn't sell your vote. I hope you didn't sell your vote. Don't let anybody affect your bag. Um, so market doesn't look that great today, guys. It just doesn't look that good today. But yeah, BNB continues. Like, look at this big slide. When we got on here, this thing was like 280, 283. Like, it just keeps sliding back. How low is Bitcoin gonna go today? Is it gonna get back down to like 16.7? I know because I somebody tell me because I gotta buy some. Yeah, I mean it's it's goofy. It's goofy shit. But I know how this shit how this shit goes. Big watch, yeah. Like, man, I tell you, uh, it's a rough. This crypto market is rough, man. This whole crypto market, the whole field sometimes around crypto is rough. The way people treat people around here is rough. The way people talk to people in the crypto market is rough. Um, I come from the stock market, so I'm not. This was an eye opener to me. I wanted to go into it, and asked I asked a question about Volt being because Yeah, like you should be able to get your questions answered. Uh, there's if you got a question about a project, it doesn't matter what it is. You should be able to ask that question and get a legitimate answer. And if you can't, then you gotta quit fucking with people who don't give you answers. Yeah, I think BTC is going to slide back today, guys. Maybe 6-7, maybe 6-7. Um, I think so. Maybe 16-7, somewhere in there. I think we're gonna be backwards today, guys. Unless these markets open up and really take off, but I doubt it. But man, B&B just keeps rolling backwards. So that damn thing's on ice skates this morning going backwards. This bear market shows you whose heart whose heart whose heart moves off. Yeah. This bear market right here is it's showing a lot of people's true colors. It's showing not people's true colors, it's showing projects true colors. You know, it's showing a lot. But I think that that's all part of the growing process. You know, crypto's so young. I think that's all part of the growing process. I think in any young market, young company, you know, you're going to grow, you're going to shake out some people, you're going to shake out some projects, you're going to shake out the weaker people and shake out the weaker projects. In hard times, people will always show you who they are. And if people are showing you who they are and you don't agree with them, then you know you got to take a step back and quit messing with them. And if projects are showing you who they are and you don't agree with it, then you got to take a step back and go ahead and leave that project. People sometimes are scared to leave projects and leave people sometimes because they're uncomfortable with the outcome of what could happen. But you know, not me. Like if I see something wrong or if I see somebody not treating people right, you know, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away from that person or that project or whatever because that just shows me who your character is, and I can't invest in people that don't have good character because how you gonna lead a project or a community forward if your character is always in question, right? And that doesn't go for any specific project or any specific person. That's just a general statement, you know. I like to surround myself with good people, and good people will always make good decisions, and good people will always have the best interests of everybody in mind, you know. I'm gonna be buying all, all week. You know, I have money on the side. I have money on the side to buy some of these dips in some of these projects as they dip. I've been buying the dip in some of these projects, and I think, you know, I say it on here all the time. Cash is a position. Um, don't let anybody ever tell you that cash is not a position. Just because you're not investing all your money that you can invest into the market at one time, cash is a position. And cash allows you to buy the dips, like, and it allows you to grow your bag with the least amount of cost per token, right? So if you don't have cash as one of your positions, then you can't buy the dip. You can't make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. You're just buying when you have money. So, you know, always keep some cash on the side as part of your position so that, you know, on days like this when the market's down, you know, you can dip your toe in the water. I mean, look at Polygon's down to 88 cents, right? for a week straight, this thing was rolling up in the 90s, right? In 90-cent range. Like if you bought in the 90-cent range and you spent everything you had in that range, you're down. But if you didn't and you just dipped your toe in and you kept dollar cost averaging your way down, just because the chart's in the red, are you really in the red? Like there's a lot of these projects up here that are in the red, but I'm not in the red because I bought low. I kept some money on the side and I bought the dips and I bought low, quant being one of them. I mean, just before I say that, let me look at the quant price, make sure I'm 100% right here. Oh, let's see. Where the hell is quant today? $116. Yeah, quant's in the red. Look at that. Look at quant being in the red at 116, right? I bought the dip so much on quant that even though quant's in the red, I'm not in the red. You got to be respectful to all people, in this space. Big Watch, I agree with you. Like I respect everybody in this space until you give me a reason not to respect you. If you give me a reason not to respect you, then I'm done. There's a couple of people in this space that I don't respect, but it's not because of my personal feelings. It's because they gave me a reason not to respect them. Big facts. Big Watch. Yeah. Like I come. People who know me personally knows that I come from a very humble background. I was poor, growing up, so I didn't have a lot, and the one thing I do pride myself on is respecting people. I treat the janitor like I would treat the president, and I just I've been successful enough to in my career to be in a position to treat people the same. And I take that motto to heart. Like I treat the janitor like I treat the president. I think they both need to get treated with the same amount of respect. And I respect people just like that until you give me a reason not to. And when you give me a reason not to, then it is what it is. And if I say something that's disrespectful to somebody, like I expect somebody to tell me so we can talk about it and talk it through, because that's usually never my intention. And from that conversation on, if you still don't respect me, then that's okay. But at least you knew where I was coming from when I said what I said, right? So and that's just the way that I live my life, and that's the way that I am on here, and that's the way that I am in the crypto space. But I just when you grow up and you don't have a lot, it humbles you in the long run. Hey Daniel, what is your next quant buy? My next quant buy is probably going to be right around 109. Yeah, right around 109. I think I'll probably buy again. And then if it falls below 100, I'll probably double that. What I was going to buy at 109, I'd probably double at under 100. That's kind of my strategy. When's the next Twitter space? Yeah, speaking of Twitter spaces, me and Waddy, we're gonna start doing some Twitter spaces. We tested it out on Sunday. That was the first Twitter space that I was ever the co-host of. I never ran a Twitter space before as a co-host. So we decided to run a little test on Sunday, and XXL Gaming was in there. But yeah, me and Waddy the Crypto Hunter will be running some Twitter spaces. We're looking for another date in time that's not that's gonna excuse me, that's gonna work for me and it's gonna work for Waddy. And then, I don't want to run up against other people that are in the Twitter space realm that we'll be talking about the same thing. So we're kind of looking for a good time to do that. So we're talking about that today, actually. So we'll be setting up another Twitter space pretty soon. It's something that we're going to do a little bit more often. Um, we're definitely something that we're going to do. Definitely something we're going to do a little bit more often. But Sunday was kind of a test run because, like I said, I've never co-hosted a Twitter space before, so I had to figure out like where the controls were, how to bring people up and stuff like that. So we just kind of threw one out there really quick, just so we could give it a little test run. But I had fun, man. I had XXL Gaming was in there, and I had fun. And we expect to talk about a lot of general crypto topics in there, and also maybe bring some people in as well, some other projects and things. So yeah, I'm excited about doing some more Twitter spaces. I was at work. Yeah, you were in there the whole time. So like I kept trying to get you to talk. Like me and Waddy were kept trying to get you to talk, but if you were at work, I understood that. I like Twitter Space format too because I like to hear people's opinion, and I like to have a conversation. Um, I uh I enjoy the Twitter Spaces a lot. I think it just gives people a different perspective of who people are, really truly are. I think a lot of times, we get caught up behind these keyboards, we get caught up behind typing these words, we get and it's easy to just throw an opinion out there if you're just typing it, but to having a conversation and hear both sides of an argument or both sides of an issue or both sides of a token, it gives a different perspective on what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. And it sets up for just some good old fashioned conversation. So I appreciate them Twitter spaces. I appreciate, I really do, because I just think that the format's nice, and it's more of what I enjoy to do. So I'm excited about doing more with me and Waddy. I'm excited about it, and I think they'll be good. I use desktop Twitter, and I don't think it gives us the option to speak. It doesn't. I tried the desktop version of Twitter too. Doesn't give you the option. Gives you the option to listen. Um, I hope that moving on, that Apple actually has the ability to participate in the Twitter Spaces. Right now, they don't, and I just think that you limit so much of who can be in a Twitter space by either only having it on your desktop or having it on Android. I think Elon's got to fix that. He's got to open that up a little bit, because there's a lot of Apple users out there. I'm an Android user, so I don't have that problem, but I know that there's a lot of Apple users out there, and I do have an Apple tablet that I absolutely love. I think they make the best tablets, and I would like to participate in Twitter Spaces from there. But I do like Twitter Spaces a lot. Elon definitely has to fix it. Yeah, you isolate like half of your people. When you when you limit it to just Android or just Apple, you eliminate half of your user base. So, Elon's a smart man. I'm pretty sure that that's in his plans. I'm pretty sure that that's something that he's going to fix moving forward because, Elon likes money. And the more Apple people he can get to participate in the platform, the more money he'll make. So Elon likes money like everybody else. But with that, guys, I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got to get myself ready for work. Thanks for joining me this morning. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys' time. Appreciate you guys' questions. Appreciate you guys' conversation most of all. Share this thing out, man. Let's get some subs in here. Let's get some likes going on. Let's get some more subs in this channel so that we can get up in the old algorithm. See you guys around in the chats later on. And I will make sure that I keep shouting you guys out in the chats. And I'm here. You're here. Let's have some good conversation. Let's make some money together. With that, I'm out. Have a great day.